so our Michigan State producer has to put that on the screen and then this on the screen. I understand the Spartans got their tails beaten. Okay, but I guess I got to talk about how Brady since week 4 has not been all that, plus the biscuit that he has been as the GOAT. And I know this, too. You know, I mean, every single time you think Tiger's out, you thought Jordan was out, you think anybody's quote-unquote out. You see LeBron James is dominating so far this year, and he sends out tweets with the hashtag Washed King. You see all that he's doing right now on his Twitter feed. So I will duck down.
Trying to lead the witness.
And ask this question right here, fully knowing, is Tom Brady finally showing his age?
Is Tom Brady finally showing his age? You good over there?
Yeah. I'm fine. Okay. I'm just ducking. Because normally when those questions get asked, we see something else happening.
And, you know, the thing is, okay, what are we talking about here? Is he getting old? Can he not throw the football? Can he not move as well? It's funny, I was watching the film against the Ravens, and I know it was a bad loss for the Patriots, but, you know, about halfway into the first quarter, he makes this throw, and it's got fire behind it, you know, smoke, it's coming out. And I remember writing on my notes, I'm like, oh, he's getting old with a question mark, like, oh, he can't throw it anymore. Here's the thing. Yeah, he's getting older, and I think you're feeling it in he's a little grumpier right now than he's been in the past. Sometimes you see that when you get a little bit older, you're grumpy, little things don't make you happy as much as they used to. And I think that's what's going on here. They have a lot of offensive issues. They're not running things smoothly. There's different guys that are moving in and out. They're not scoring like they're used to scoring. And you're seeing Tom and kind of that, I know I don't have a lot of time left, and we don't have this right now. And you see some of the grumbling that's going on. But physically, is he old that he can't do it? He can't make the throws? Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. I'm watching him. I've seen him make some of the same dimes, some of the same plays that he's made over the last couple years when they were playing and winning Super Bowls. So it's not age from the standpoint of physically he can't do it. I just think it's wearing on him a little bit because they're not playing the way the Patriots are used to playing offensively.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. We ask this question every year.
Well, a different format. Of
right.
After they lose a game, right?
It's always after he loses a game or he has not a Tom Brady-like game. But when we talk about is he getting old, it's not, Kurt and guys, that he can't make that great play. Is he can't make that great play consistently like we've seen time and time and time again. And there's sometimes like, the Tom's just been missing some throws. You're like, whoa, what is that? Like, you know, what is that? And I'm with you, Kurt, on all of the people that have come in and people that have gone out of that offense. But we've given them a lot of credit over the years for assimilating those people, getting them and bringing them right in and still playing great football. Now, I guarantee you, Tom will use what we're talking about right now as a tailwind. He'll get right back out there and he'll tear everybody up and probably end up in the Super Bowl like he's done every year. Yes, he's getting old, old folks, and we'll see this thing. He'll fall off one day. I just don't think it is today.
Well, even though the last time he played the Spartans, he lost 34-30. I'm still going to support him. Because,
keep
guys,
living in the past, Steve. Just keep living in the past. We're asking about right now. Right
now, you know what? He won his first 8 games. And then, like you said, Michael, he loses the game. Boom, we're going to have this conversation. But you know what? Let's take a look at why he's grumpy.
Yeah.
No Gronk, okay?
Right.
They signed Ben Watson, all right, and he's not there available. He played a few games, and he's got 8 catches, okay?
Gone.
They had Josh Gordon. He came and went. They had A.B. He came and went. Yeah. They drafted a first-rounder, N'Keal Harry, from Arizona State. He hasn't played yet, okay? So they end up signing Mohamed Sanu. This has been a tough thing for him. And they're still 7th-rated passing in the league, man. I mean, for 42 years old, are you kidding me? This guy's just doing great. I've been impressed with this supporting cast that's been just a mess, really.
Let's bring in our resident Brady whisperer, 3-time Super Bowl champion Willie McGinnis. Willie, what do you think of this subject matter?
Thanks, Rich. Over the past 19
I think it's all
years.
valid points. And Michael, you are right. They will be showing that probably in the locker room to get fired up because you know what they do is billboard material. And I think Kurt nailed it as well. When you look at all the different things around Brady that has offensively that has broken down, starting with the offensive line, the injuries. They lose their center Andrews for the year. Win on the outside. He's probably coming back. Isaiah Newhouse wasn't the answer, so the protection problems was in question. And yeah, the revolving door at receiver or tight end positions. Yeah, and is Brady older? Of course he's older, but the team has to find, and which they've done in the past, find different ways to win football games. Really important, and it's actually funny, before the season, he actually tested faster in his 40-yard dash than he did at the combine, and he did an arm strength test. He actually tested stronger. So what he's doing physically in his training, it doesn't seem like he's getting older, but when you look at the statistics and all the different things that are happening on the field offensively, the numbers show that. But at the end of the day, guys, they are 8-1. They will get it together. We know if there's any team in the league that can make adjustments and fix things, it's the Patriots.
Well, and if anybody knows this better, I'd love to find that person. You know this, Willie, that the record will not matter when they know what they see on tape of themselves, when they self-scout themselves.
Right.
If this continues, what we saw against Baltimore, not the result, but struggling on offense, do you think the call from the 617 or the 508 area code has made a 305 cell phone number of number 87? What do you think about that, Willie?
I'm not sure, man. I talked to Gronk. It seems like he's really comfortable. He's busy. The one thing that he said is, if I wasn't busy and I was sitting at home not doing anything, then yeah, I would get that itch and I would start thinking about football more. But he is super busy. He's doing a lot. He's active. And it's week 11. If Gronk starts to feel that itch, how long would it take him to get in football shape? How long would it take him to put the weight back on to come in and play against the run and defend against those hits and the different things? You got to factor all that in. Just because he's Gronk, he can't put on the uniform and just turn it on. It does take time to get acclimated to the game.
Well, as you know, we Michigan men, we get faster with age. With 40-yard dash times, 40-yard dash times. You know, I'm faster now than when my first combine run as well.
Rich, let me. Listen. I just cannot buy that this man is faster now than he was at 20 years old. Just check that clock. That's all I'm saying. Check that clock. It's impossible. Impossible.
I mean, all the Brady hate that is on.
No, that's just come on, man. But we can't can't sell that to the people.
Again, I'm perfect example of it. It's in the Ann Arbor water. There you go. So there's Bill O'Brien. Again, last we saw him was in London.
I am not taking that Mickey.
I
am not taking that Mickey.
Oh, my gosh. Mike Garafolo, take it away.
Rich, here today we're going to see two quarterbacks who can beat you with more than just their arm. But that's nothing new for the Ravens. Defensive coordinator Wink Martindale noted that they have prepared more for mobile quarterbacks this year than for guys who actually stay in the pocket. Well, today it's not just the speed and mobility of Deshaun Watson, it's also his strength. I mean, the guy got kicked in the face and still threw a touchdown pass earlier this season. And Martindale says in practice, defenders will run by the scout team quarterback and say, I got him. Turns out in the game, they didn't really get him. So he's telling his defenders, bring your feet to the tackle and tackle Watson like a running back. But he said the Patriots tried to do the same thing with Lamar Jackson, and, quote, it's easier said than done. Now to noted fantasy expert Ian Rappaport.
Well, thanks, Mike. There's some of the backfields across the NFL getting a little shakeup this morning. I'll take you through two big ones as everyone's getting ready to set their lineups. First of all, Jordan Howard, the Philadelphia Eagles starting running back, is going to be out today with a shoulder injury. Just not quite cleared for contact. It's something that's not expected to be a long-term issue. That means Jay Ajayi, just signed on Friday, is expected to suit up and get some carries, though Miles Sanders is expected to get far more than that for the Eagles. Another backfield shakeup, Kenyan Drake, who arrived midseason for the Arizona Cardinals, is expected to be treated as the starter today for the Cardinals against the 49ers. Meanwhile, David Johnson, who still has $11 million, Rich, fully guaranteed for next year for the Cardinals, is relegated to backup carries.
All right, so that's the latest right there from those guys. So Bradley Bozeman knows our cameras are ready for Deshaun Watson, who's already picked up, or Lamar Jackson, or others. So he's letting everybody know, hi, I'm Bradley Bozeman. I'm a lineman with the Ravens. Great arrival.
Still to come.